Que lo que hay, mi gente? Welcome back to Two Drinks and a Ting. I'm your Ting Nathalia.
I'm Christina.
And we back. So before we begin intros, I didn't do this. This is not Christina's first time here. This is actually her third, but I didn't do an intro for her. So y'all don't know who the fuck she is. Me and Christina work together. She's my work bestie. And that's basically it. We sit, we talk shit, and now we're doing it on a broader scale. I know we met at work, but like, how did we start talking? So I was just like sitting and I was like, it has to be during a training class. And I feel like I got lost, and I feel like I messaged you because you seemed like you were smart and you were like engaging the conversation. And I was like, hey, I'm kind of lost. And I'm pretty sure you were like, I don't know what's going on. And I was like, this bitch, she don't know nothing. Oh my God. And then you like probably came back later and was like, oh, I think they're talking about da 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 da. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Thank you. And I think that's just what caused the whole entire thing.
I don't even remember.
I feel like I don't think that actually happened, but I feel because that's how it is with us, even in the beginning.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably how it started. It had to be a training class.
Either you or me, because I feel like I messaged you. I don't know.
You probably did. It was one or the other.
Something.
All right. So, what is a pod without drinks? Your girl's going easy today because your bitch went too hard last week. I was at a bachelorette party.
Good times.
It was rough. If you follow the Instagram page, you've heard a clip of our predictions. It went extremely left. A lot of booze, a lot of throwing up, and a lot of crying. So I'm going easy today. Today, your girl got donkeys because Starbucks is too expensive, and she's rocking a caramel craze. She going soft, and that's the word, hummingbird.
Add water.
So ever thought about going hard at a bachelorette party?
Mm-mm.
Let me be honest, okay? There was an itinerary, and I was all down for it because at the end of the day, it's not about me. I had some apprehension, sis. The itinerary had us having dinner at 7 o'clock.
It was like a set schedule?
Oh, yes, it was. But we didn't follow it. But it was nice guidelines. Mm-hmm. It had us eating at 7 o'clock. And then it had us going out downtown from 11 to 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm in bed usually.
I'm in bed at 10 o'clock, if not 9. What the fuck do I look like walking these streets? And I literally messaged my friend. I looked at him and was like, bitch, did you see that itinerary? He was like, I did. I'm scared. I'm like, same. I get it. We're here to celebrate you. But sis, I'm tired.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say this to the bride or to whoever plans it, because I know how it feels when someone fucks up your plans after all the time you spent doing it. Mm-hmm. So I just sucked it up, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. Thank God these bitches overestimated themselves. They were tired just like me. We didn't go nowhere at 11 o'clock. We were back home after dinner on the Saturday night, like probably 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock most.
Really?
Yes.
What changed? Was it because everyone got sick, or?
Your girl, she got food poisoning, and I think alcohol poisoning, but I might be exaggerating on the alcohol part. I came home early. It was like me and probably 2 other girls who got sick. So I know it's not just me. After eating on the pier, she was like, oh, let's go watch the sunset, because that's what she wanted to do. So I was like, all right, say less. So we walked and we went to the sunset. She's from Illinois, and up there, apparently it's a shit show. They don't have no sun. They don't have no beach. We watched the street performers downtown. And then she was just, I guess everyone was just on the same clock, and we're like, we're going to start going home. And I was like, all right, cool. I didn't feel too bad. But yeah, it's exhausting being out in the world in the sun.
I mean, here in the sun, it's like a whole new level.
Yes.
I used to go in the sun all the time on the West Coast, but when I came over here, like, I'm in the sun for 2 hours and I could take a 4-hour nap afterwards.
It's exhausting.
Crazy.
And it was great, but alcohol mixed with the sun, I was just so exhausted.
Yeah.
Thank God everybody else was, because I didn't feel like a party pooper. But yeah, girl's going slow because she did a little too much. And it took me literally 2 days to recover. Ugh. I called out on top of the food poisoning. I'm still like recovering. So I'm just like, I can't drink alcohol today. That's going to go through me, and we're not going to have a pod.
It'd be a shit show.
Literally. Oh my God, I'm having flashbacks. How are you? How is your life?
I'm good. Just working out. And still on dating apps. Like, yeah.
You didn't see nobody you liked yet?
I mean, there's a few, but nothing like.
Where can the public find you?
On Match, apparently.
You can also find her on Instagram.
Oh, Insta, yeah.
If you're interested in a girl who's trying to move to Tennessee, if you're from Cali, she likes Cali boys. You need to have tattoos.
I love tattoos.
You need to be Chris Evan-like.
Oh, yes. Channing Tatum-like.
Channing Tatum-like. So you got to be tall.
Buff.
What else? What's your criteria?
Dad bods are good.
Dad bods are good, but you don't want no kids?
Actually, I like all men.
Beer gut?
I mean, hey, cuddle up too.
They know how to eat.
Keep you warm.
You're right. Okay, so yeah, she'll basically anything that walks right now because we're just out here.
Anything that walks. I mean,
anything. She's a wide range type of gal. She's trying to go back to her country roots. So you want a country boy?
I mean,
no judgments. Same. No, that's a lie. I want a ginger. So again, my white ginger folk, hit a bitch up.
Where can they find you? Insta, TikTok?
Girl, you can find me anywhere. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram at 2 Drinks and Ting. Or you can find me on my personal. That's linked to my 2 Drinks and Ting, not the _castle23. Hit a hoe up. Because I need to find myself a man in between like 31 to 36.
Yeah, that's
I feel like that's a good range for me.
I think my range is from like 31 to 41. Like I would do 10 years.
40?
Yeah, just because Channing Tatum is like, I think he's 41.
Not everyone is Channing Tatum, sis.
I know, but that would be my extent to the, so probably more like 31 to like 38.
Okay.
But like I would consider depending on the man.
But 41. Now you're entering different territory. Do you care to be dating someone who used to be married, might have kids?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. Another bonus. You're mixed right now.
Stepkids, never.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind it.
I could see you liking other people's kids. Couldn't be me, but I see you, bitch.
I feel like you'd be really good at it. I feel like you'd be good at it.
I always wondered. I was like, if you have a kid, how early is too early to introduce that kid to the person? Because I've seen mixed reviews. I've seen people say if you have a kid, to kind of introduce them a little bit earlier, because if the kid doesn't like you and there's not like a relationship, y'all can nip it in the bud. Y'all don't go too fast. But then I hear a lot of other sides of the coin where it's just like, well, I don't want to just introduce my kid to anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm going to date you for 6 months and then introduce you. Well, now you introduce them 6 months. The kid don't like the dude or the chick. Now you wasted fucking 6 months.
Yeah. And like, let's say you really liked that person.
Exactly.
I mean, that would, I don't know when the right time would be. That's hard.
I couldn't, me personally, I've said this multiple times. I'm very stingy with my time. I'm very selfish. I don't want kids and I don't want to date someone who has kids.
I feel like a lot of times nowadays that I've seen, like a parent will have it the child 1 week and then the next week the other parent. So if you knew like that week, okay, well, we can go this week. Going into it like something like that, I feel like you would have to be more open.
And I'm not.
Yeah. But you probably wouldn't even put yourself in that situation though.
I probably wouldn't.
So to where I'd be open.
I don't know. Because you men, you like to not say when you got kids. And
oh, that's true. That is true.
But that's also a red flag. If you're talking to a man and he hasn't told you off bat that he has fucking kids, that's a red flag.
I should have known that. I had someone do that to me. Yes.
Who?
Yeah.
But he was a character. He got issues.
Girl, like when we first started talking, he didn't like I didn't directly ask, but like on the profile didn't say anything either. And I was like, one day he said something and I was like, wait, were you married before? And he was like, yeah. I was like, wait, so do you have a kid? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, why didn't you just straight up like be, hey, like after we were talking for a few days, like, oh, just,
No, he has issues because even when I was on Tinder back in the day, people would put their kids in
On their
on
pictures,
their
yeah.
photos, or they'll mention I have a
child.
6-year-old or something. I feel like at
Partial.
some point they might not go too in depth on their profile, but there's gonna be some type of remnants or evidence that they have a
Yes,
kid.
No.
This
there was-
person not in any of his photos.
Nope. Yeah.
That's sketchy.
I mean, I'm happy. Like the person's happy now, like with the new lady friend. But like, I don't know. Like that put like doubt in my mind. Like now, whenever I talk to someone, like even now, like with like catfishing, like very sketchy now.
I feel like nowadays catfishing is beyond looks because now you have no point of saying like you don't have a camera,
Yeah.
you can't FaceTime, you can't snap or anything. There's literally no reason
There's
why I
everything you
can't
can
see
do.
a photo or a video of you talking to me, putting your name.
Yeah.
Now it's more personality wise. They hide that they're pieces of shit from you or they're evil. So it's just like catfishing has evolved now to like traits. You don't know that they're gaslighters or they're manipulators. You don't know that until you start seeing cracks by hanging out with them. Person was just on some other shit.
Girl.
So we're crazy. I remember
we ain't crazy. We're just paranoid.
We like to observe. We're very observant. So I remember when you told me that you were talking to this cat, I was like, oh, okay, he seems cute. He's nice. And I was asking her all these questions and her answers were not fulfilling. She was like, oh, I don't know. We didn't ask.
I don't want to take it too fast. But I mean, granted,
what else do you talk about?
Like the day?
No.
I mean, I took it slow.
No. What job do you do? What do you see?
I know what he did for a job.
Okay, what was the question you didn't know? I was like, okay, so what was the space between your last marriage and your second marriage? Oh, I don't know. How long were you dating this person before you got married? Oh, I don't know. Okay, how many relationships did you have from the second marriage to me? Oh, I don't know. These are the questions you need to know because we found out so much shit about this dude. He is a serial relationship person. Like, I don't know what that word is, but he likes to be.
I think that would work.
He's a serial monogamous. That's what he is. He likes to be in relationships. We found out that it was a short distance from his last marriage to his second marriage. And then it was a short distance from his second marriage to when he was talking to her, overlapping from her to his girlfriend that he has now. Yeah. These are questions you need to ask. And it's not being nosy. It's to come to the consideration, is this person looking for a wife? Any person looking just for a person to call his wife, or is he looking for his soulmate? Because that little trend of him hopping from relationship to relationship is alarming. Biggest red fucking flag. And the fact that she didn't know about this, I'm looking at her, I'm like, what the fuck do you talk about? What favorite color you have? Like
movies?
That has nothing to do with especially your mindset. You're looking for a husband to have longevity with. Mm-hmm. Since your example of a happy marriage is your parents who've been together for so long. This cat did not exhibit that. I don't know him from
We're not
shit.
Together, so
I know, but I'm just saying at the time that you guys were talking, it was shocking that you didn't go too deep. But that's just me. I want to know your life because I want to know if I'm wasting my time talking to you.
I feel at the same time though, like I didn't want, because we were so far, like I didn't want to get emotionally attached too fast, too soon.
In case you didn't like him in person?
In case I didn't like him in person, or in case there were more red flags. Mm. Because like if I would have gotten way more attached than what, like of starting liking him, I think I would have gone ballistic when I found out he was dating someone while he was still talking to me. Because they started going out and he was still talking to me. Like he was going to meet me. Dick. So I'm happy that one.
Don't lie.
Like something in my mind, like I was sad, like I was disappointed, but at the same time.
But don't say you're happy he's happy. Fuck him.
I am happy he's happy.
That's the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life.
That's not true. I'm very genuine. I'm happy he's happy. It worked out in my favor. Like,
I just don't understand like how that's not like, not saying this is your fault. I'm just saying like in general, because I've seen multiple stories where people have a child with somebody after knowing them for like 3 months, and now they're quote unquote the most toxic person they've known. I was just like, well, what did you do for those first 3 months that you were talking to him? Like, But I don't know. I don't know where we came out from this, but
It
we
was
were talking about your dating life.
my dating life. How I was doing.
Talk about your kids if you got kids. Don't hide the kid. It's not their fault that
Straight up.
you're a shit person. But anywho, so
I'm really scared. Like, this is a big fear of mine that I'm going to meet someone and they're going to seem like legit on a dating app or whatever, and they're just going to kill me.
how long are you waiting to meet this person?
Oh, I would meet them like after a few weeks.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't do it like that day. No.
I would say like
even then though, like, think about how long someone could keep up a lie though.
going off that, my biggest fear is meeting somebody and them being just like a great liar that I'm like the side piece.
I mean, I was apparently.
And you didn't know shit about it.
I
But
didn't know shit.
You weren't asking the right questions.
Apparently. I mean, I guess it happens.
I mean, at that point, if it does happen, fuck it. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
You just gotta take the punch and be like, okay, cool, fuck you, bye. But no. But I understand that fear because you never know. People are psycho out here.
Yeah.
Especially when they're quick to kill somebody.
Maybe I need to get on a different app. What's your recommendations, by the way?
Recommendations, your personal experiences. Where did you get the best connections? Was it Bumble? Was it
That's a thing? Bumble?
Bumble, yeah.
Maybe I had Bumble. Did I have
I don't think you like Bumble because Bumble puts the power in the women's hands. So you have to message them first.
Oh, maybe I should go on Bumble.
Would you message them first though?
If they're like my type, yeah.
What would you say?
I don't know. I'd probably use one of those pickup lines you said in the other.
Recommendations in the links below. I had a friend. I love you. Back in the day, she was one of my friends who was very out there. She loved getting attention. She loved getting free food. Mm-hmm. She was just that bitch. Plenty of fish or some bullshit like that, or Tinder. She said that she messaged the guy. He was like, oh, and this was late at night.
Oh, no.
It was like at 11 o'clock at night or something like that. And he was like, oh, do you want to come meet me at my house? She was like, oh, yeah, sure. She walked up to this guy's house, got his address, drove over there, entered, like they were friends, and he was trying to persuade her to go into the bedroom or whatever. She's like, no, I'm okay, I'm just gonna stay here. And she's like, dilly dally da, and she was just there for like 5-10 minutes and she left.
I feel like that's her putting herself in so much danger.
Exactly. And then she was like, you don't know me. I was looking at different exits. I saw like 15 things in there that I can stab him in his face with if he tried me. And I also had like my keys in between my hands. And I'm like, your point? She was like, my point is I'm going to fight and I'm not going to let you kill me. And I was like, Sway, the picture you showed me, this motherfucker is big. He's tall.
Overpowering.
He's muscular or just thick. This dude is going to choke the fuck out of you. And she was just like, I would have been okay. Me personally, I'm not meeting you at your fucking house.
No.
Never.
Area.
Exactly.
Starbucks,
and you're not driving me home. You're not picking me up. You're not doing any of that bullshit. I'm meeting you there. I'm not telling you what type of car I have. Just in case you see me, I'm getting there early and I'm scoping you out.
Yeah, I'm going to get there like 15, 20 minutes early.
Exactly. I'm so paranoid. And I probably will have a friend there with me.
Yep. You just won't know them.
Exactly. But she was on some completely different shit. And that was the craziest thing I've heard her do. She's also the type, again, she likes food. She likes attention. And her thing would be like, he'll be like, oh, you're real beautiful. When do you want to hang out? We can hang out right now. And they'd be like, okay, cool. And they buy her food and she blocked them afterwards.
I couldn't do that.
Me neither.
I couldn't meet someone at their house either. Like, that scares me.
I remember when I was on Tinder, this guy was just like, oh, when do you want to link up? I'm down to go to your house whenever. And then I'm just like, skirt, serial killer alert. Like, you're not going to ask when you can come over my house the second day I talk to you.
You know.
We can link up at Starbucks. We can link up at Target. We're not linking up at my house.
No.
You're fucking crazy. But no. That's one way to get blocked. It's like, no, I'm not afraid to meet up with you because I get catfish. You want to make sure you got a vibe.
I'm sure they have the same, like, as a male. I feel like a male would think the same way almost. Like, what if she's catfishing me? Or
yeah.
So, like, I get both ways.
But I feel like men aren't hesitant. Like, I don't think he did it out of the way I thought he was doing it, like serial killer. I think he was just doing like, oh, I want to hang out with this chick. when can we meet up? I can go to your house if you have a problem with it or something.
Just
And
do an
granted,
activity.
I could have said something to him because we're all adults here, but me, I was just not here to do that. I was like, no, I known you 2 days. Fuck you. I'm not communicating that fear of mine's. Goodbye.
See, it's not my only fear. It's your fear too.
Oh, but for fact, but you already know I'm paranoid, I'm pessimistic, and I'm just out here. I'm not you. I'm not optimistic. I think everyone's a killer.
I mean, I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but apparently I shouldn't.
I'm not saying you got
Maybe I'm too nice. Maybe I need to stop being too nice to everyone.
Yes, you do.
Especially with men. I get walked on a lot, I feel. I mean, look at Callie. How many times have we get? I saw a reel the other day that said, I sent it to you, I believe. It said every time a guy, like if the guy's in your phone, it could work for guys or girls. So if a guy pisses you off or a girl pisses you off, you delete a letter of their name.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they piss you off too many times and their name's gone, you delete them from your phone. Maybe I need to do that.
You should
I think
have
that would be a great thing for me to do.
done that. But this is me. When I meet somebody, I don't save your name.
You don't save the name?
No, I do not. Because the moment I save your name is the moment you start acting fuckery.
So, like, what do you put them as?
Nothing. They're just numbered. I don't have that bad of a memory. I can look through our text and I know exactly who I'm talking to. But then also, I don't have a bunch of dudes in rotation. That's too much work. So me, if I have something with you off the app, I go straight to Instagram. And then if I feel like I like you in Instagram, I go to Snapchat. And then once I like you in Snapchat, then I might give you my number and I won't save you. There's steps.
Damn.
There's steps to my shit. I'm not out because I don't need a lot of bitches having my fucking phone number because people are vindictive and they like to put your phone number on stupid fucking Craigslist for a good time. I don't have time for that. I'm paranoid.
You are.
And then once we're talking, you've already passed probably like 3 steps. But all my experiences is once I save that person and they have their name, they start acting mad fucking different. They don't know that they're saved.
Damn.
But something in the universe fucks with it, and now I gotta delete you.
Shit,
girl. You just gotta have steps.
But I can do the Instagram thing, but I feel like Instagram, when people slide into my DMs, like it's already sketch to begin with. Everyone, you can slide into anyone's DM. But like when you only have 4 pictures and you're sliding into my DM, like I feel like that's a red flag already. Why do you only have 4 pictures?
That person straight off the bat, he's trying to smuggle some shit. He's a scammer.
Right? Like that's what I think.
It's like, okay, like my biggest thing that irritates my soul is when someone tries to scam to be my sugar daddy. Bitch, I need a sugar daddy. Don't pretend to be that because I'm thinking you're my saving grace. But now the moment you ask me to go to the fucking CVS and get yourself an American Express prepaid card, I already know it's already fucked for me. There goes my hopes of getting $1,000 to just chit chat with you every single fucking week. You've played with my heart. You play with my emotions. And now I hate you.
So you want a red ginger or a ginger sugar daddy?
Yes,
is that what you're looking for?
But they're very slim out in the world. And I'm not saying he don't gotta be a sugar daddy because if you're gonna be my boyfriend, that's on a consistent basis.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Perks. Things will be happening. I don't even think I would want a sugar daddy in all honesty. That's too much work.
That is too much work, I feel.
I don't have time. People are like, oh my God, all you do is say hi to him. That's a lot of work. I don't like talking to people. Money or not.
If I talk to you.
In all honesty, for like $200, I don't think I could say hi to people every single day just to chit chat. I hate small talk.
Wait, people pay $200?
Bitch, from what I hear, yes.
What?
I've had friends who had sugar daddies and all they do is have conversation with them because they're older people. Literally, they're textbook. They're older people who just want female company. And a lot of the times, the people that are my friends that have sugar daddies, they don't do anything with them. They just call them, check up on them every so often and just have small talk.
Dang.
And then they get paid. But I don't do small talk. I can't do it. It bores the fuck out of me. I don't give a flying fuck about your life, Paul.
That's not a real person. It's
Give
just
me
a random
money.
name.
And then at that point, I don't even want to talk to you because this $200 ain't that serious, even though it is serious.
What if it was like 200 per text or 200 per word?
I need to see the money before.
I always thought it was just like, you know, you find a rich husband, and that's what I thought. Like back in the day, that's what I thought was sugar daddy.
I mean,
apparently not.
That's not no sugar daddy. That's just a gold digger.
Right.
Living the adult life, they're not gold diggers. They're resourceful.
It's a job.
It is, because literally, like, what's the difference between that person who is a sugar baby and a person who's a girlfriend? If you're fucking your man and he gifts you an expensive ass purse, what difference is that from a sugar baby who might fuck her sugar daddy, which nowadays doesn't really happen, and him thanking her with an expensive gift? That's a relationship just without the title.
Yeah.
So then when people would be like, ew, you sell yourself, it's like, you do that in a relationship every single fucking day. What's the difference of you fucking your man 50 different times than fucking a different men? You're still fucking at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You're just not in a relationship.
I mean, technically, even if you're fucking your own man,
he could be fucking different bitches.
Well, that too, but he might give you a present too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all context, it's all titles, and it's all different types of label. Okay, you fuck more than I do, and you don't get paid for it. Who really is a loser? Because now you're tied up in your emotions. This dude's cheating on you. This dude can't even pay for half the fucking electric. You suck him off. He gets off. You get nothing. And I suck him off. I get 50,000. Like, I get $50.
I was like, damn, 50,000?
I wish 50,000 was it. But that's what I'm saying. So it's just like, who's really the loser? I fuck for cash. You fuck for love. Love don't pay the bills, bitch. I have a thread.
Okay.
And this was so funny. What shouldn't be embarrassing but is. When I read this, I instantly thought about movie hopping.
Movie hopping?
You know, like when you go to the theater and you pay for one movie, but that movie finishes and you want to see another movie, so you sneak into the theater.
No, I've never done that.
I used to do that back a day before they started assigning fucking seats and shit. Like, I remember one time me and my mom went in to watch Case of Benjamin Buttons. Yeah. And back then, tickets were still expensive. They were like $12 per person. So she paid 24 bucks. Huh?
I said, now they're like 40.
Exactly. So she was like, fuck this shit. I paid 24 bucks. I'm going to watch as much movies as I can. We watched 3 movies that day.
Dang. What did you watch? Or do you not remember?
I don't remember the other 2s, but I know they were like cartoon animations. Mm-hmm. But she did not give a fuck. We went from one and we went into another. And then we went to the bathroom and then we went into another. I was like, Mommy, you can't do this. Shh. And we walked in.
I have never done that.
I did. Movie hopping. I used to do that all the time.
Really?
I used to do that with my aunt. I used to do it with my mom. I used to do it with my friends.
I've never done that. I would just go see my one movie and then I'd go get ice cream after.
Nope. Yeah. So again, what shouldn't be embarrassing, but it is. That was mine's movie hopping. Pressing no tip on my pickup order.
Yeah. I always try to tip.
No. Not if I'm going to a place where all you did was grab my food and give it to me and I had to do all the work.
Well, like at Dunkin' Donuts, like I wouldn't tip.
Dunkin' Donuts, I'm not tipping. Starbucks, I'm not tipping. Now, at a restaurant, a sit-down restaurant, I'm tipping. But if I'm going to you...
Even when I go to like Kelly's, like the ice cream, I'll tip there.
No. You kiss my ass. Y'all didn't do nothing special. This is literally your job. Now, a waitress, that's different.
Yeah, but they served me my ice cream. They put it in my... I mean, I'm not going to give them like 20% like I would at a sit-down restaurant, but I'll give them like a few dollars. Like $1.
No. Your ice cream's already fucking expensive. No.
It's delicious though.
Your card declining when you actually have the money.
Oh my God, I hate that.
That happens to me every single time at Sam's.
Really?
I use my debit card and it always fucking declines.
I used mine. It was at the European Wax Center. I went to pay for it and it didn't really decline. Her system wasn't just like, it wasn't like connecting over for some reason. I was getting pissed. I was like, this shit needs to hurry up. I have places to go here.
I was so pissed because it always happens to me at the gas station of Sam's. I put in my debit card and it always says decline. I'm like, you're fucking on some bullshit. I got money.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to show the machine I have money. But I'm just, and then at Sam's, there's always a long fucking line of people waiting you up. So I'm just like, let me just get my credit card. It always works on my credit card, but it never works on my debit card.
Does it have a chip? Like, is
Yes.
it the chip reader?
Yes.
Maybe something's wrong with the machine with the chip reader.
I think something is wrong with the chip, but
Do
it's
you
just.
go to the same, like, is it the same exact, like, spot where you go every time?
No, I
Or
go
you
into different
every once?
lanes.
Oh.
But it's always the same shit. It's always my debit card. And then I feel like people are profiling me. They were like, look at this young bitch who ain't got no money.
Right? Like, I feel the same way.
Getting caught trying to take a picture.
I don't think that's embarrassing.
I think it's embarrassing.
You think that's embarrassing?
Yes. If I'm trying to take especially if I'm in my car taking a selfie.
I mean, okay,
And someone's like looking at me and I'm just like.
If you're in your car, that would be embarrassing. But like if I'm out on a walk with my dog and I take a picture, I don't think that's embarrassing.
I think it is. Because it's just like, people are just like watching and like, what the fuck is this bitch doing?
I mean, if I'm doing like a pouty face or like something like weird, that would be embarrassing.
I do the most when I take pictures. I pose, and I also do the most when I'm taking pictures with my friends. I get on my knee. I do shots. I do angles. So
yeah, you do way more than me.
I get in it. I make sure my bitches look phenomenal, and I'm known for getting them good pictures.
There you go. Hey, where's my good picture?
We don't go nowhere.
Oh, we don't.
What pictures am I gonna take about you and my plant? Chasing your dog down the street, especially when they think it's a game, and run away every time you get close to it.
I wouldn't be able to catch mine if mine ever ran away from me.
Oh my God. When I was a kid, I used to have this other dog. He was a Chihuahua and Yorkie mix. His name was Jack. He was a little fuck face. He had no house training whatsoever. He escapes. He loved to run out the fucking out the door and run up and down the neighborhood. And I remember one time I was running late to school and he accidentally got out. And he ran the fuck out. And oh my God, my mom was pissed off because we were late. This stupid dog would not let me fucking catch it. And the neighbor guy was coming out and he saw me and he started running after the dog. And we were just out here. So I was just like, you stupid fucking mutt.
Get in the house.
Yes. And then he got tired, I guess, and just like slowed down. And I grabbed him. And I remember the guy's name was Adam. Aww. He was just like, oh, your dog is fast. And I'm like, my dog's a little bitch. And I threw him. I didn't throw him, but I tossed him inside the kitchen, put the gate up, and we left. I got cursed out. My mom was not feeling it because now she was late to work. Realizing I'm going the wrong direction in public and having to turn around.
I don't think that's embarrassing because I get lost all the time.
That used to be me in high school. Oh my God. Especially when the new school year started and I was in a fucking place I didn't fucking know. And people were just like looking at me like,
where are you going?
The fuck are you doing? Now I don't give a fuck, especially if I'm at a new Publix. I don't know where I'm at. A new Target that's not my own. I can see myself in the cameras. They're probably thinking this bitch is looking like she's stealing some shit.
I walk every aisle just to make sure I don't miss anything that I need. Because I should write lists.
Me too.
On things that I need. Because I always get home and I'm like, oh man, I needed that.
I hate when I'm looking for something. Like I was looking for Pepto-Bismol yesterday and I could not find it anywhere. So then I pulled up the app.
And you find it?
I found it. I walked by it like 3 times.
At least you got it though.
Thank God. But still, I shouldn't have to use technology to find fucking Pepto-Bismol, damn it. I need order. I need commonality. You can't be changing shit up on me. Especially since you got workers out here who don't know what the fuck is going on. Because now me and him are going up and down the place. I'm like, your app says it's here. Where is it? It's not in fucking aisle C24. Being the reasons you hear, please stand clear of the doors.
Or like keep your hands, arms, legs inside.
That happened to me. In high school, we went to SeaWorld because it was like for a science class or whatever. Uh-huh. And my brother was a chaperone and things like that. And we were on, have you been to SeaWorld?
Yeah.
We went to Journey to Atlantis.
Okay.
And it was me, him, and then the people in our group. He's a kid. I don't know why the fuck I brought him. We were splashing each other and stuff like that. And then by the time
siblings, yeah.
By the time we got off, the worker paused. She was like, "What does that sign say?" And the guy in front, he was so funny. He was like, keep all hands and feet inside the boat. And she was like, then what was your problem? Why were you? We have video footage of you guys splashing each other and stuff like that. And the funniest part about it is after she said her spiel, my friend was just like, so we can't go again.
Wait, did you get a go again?
No, we got escorted off the ride and we were told to leave.
Yeah. You had to leave the whole park?
Yeah, thank God it was the end of the day. And then we were just like, okay, we don't give a fuck. We're leaving anyways. Oh, this is me. Parallel parking downtown on a Friday night.
Girl, you need a parallel park.
No, I'm not parallel parking for shit. If you ain't got a parking lot, I'm not going. And if your parking lot is small, I'm not staying.
I'll parallel park.
You're driving then, because I'm not doing this bullshit. And that's how it is.
I'll drive.
That's how it is everywhere I go. I don't drive if I don't know. If it's street parking, you're driving. I'm not going.
Really?
Yes, I don't parallel.
Dang.
My friend has to parallel park. I'm not doing it.
Good thing they have those cars now that does it for you. I feel like you need one.
I should invest in that because I guarantee you my life would be so much simpler. But watch one day that bullshit break on me and I'm going to be pissed the fuck off. Because now here I am downtown, one ways everywhere, stuck, looking for a fucking parking garage.
Or you're stuck in a parallel position. You can't get out.
I'm scraping somebody's car and I don't give a flying fuck. Leaving out the store after you didn't buy anything.
Yeah, I feel bad for
I feel like people think I'm stealing something.
Yeah, me too. Like if I go in and be like, oh, let me just go walk around.
That's me in Target.
I love walking around Target though.
I like going to their
But I always
sections.
find something. I always come out with something at Target.
Same thing with TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
Always find something, always look for something. Shit I don't need.
Exactly.
Oh my God. When someone waves at somebody behind you and you wave back.
I think it's embarrassing when I wave to people that I thought I knew that was the person, but it's not. Like, that's when it's embarrassing.
Even if I know you, I'm not saying hi to you.
You wouldn't say hi to me if I was...
I'm ducking my head down and I'm acting like I didn't see you.
Dang, girl. That's shady. Shady.
I didn't see you, bitch. You better text me if anything.
I'd be like, bitch, turn around. Come say hi to me.
Then I'll come say hi to you then. But I'm not just... No. Getting seconds. So true. Especially in a house full of people you don't know. When I went to Thanksgiving at my friend's house, she made banging ass mac and cheese. You know what you did, Laura. You put your foot in it. That shit was good. And I wanted seconds, but didn't want to look like a fat ass, so I just didn't get seconds. Thankfully, her mom made me a doggy bag and gave me mac and cheese and sent me on my merry way.
My parents are always like, oh, go get seconds. They'll like tell you, like if we're sitting down, my parents will be like, go get seconds.
That's how eat. That's how my friend Zach's parents are. They're like, we have plenty of food. And they fucking do. They have a shitload of food. So I don't feel too bad doing that, but I will still be hesitant. I like wait until someone's like, oh, I'm going to get seconds. So usually it's like,
you like go with them.
It's usually like him or his girlfriend. I'll be like, oh, I'm going up there. Like, can you get me something too?
Yeah.
Ooh, getting caught talking to yourself.
Oh, I talk to myself all the time. Especially in my car, I'll be like saying like or singing if you get caught like really deep in like a song that you love. Mm-hmm. I think that's embarrassing.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to talk to myself all the time. In the back seat, I would look out the window and I would just chit chat. My mom got so worried about me one day. She kind of did like an intervention at her job. So my mom like sat me down in the desk behind her and her coworker sat right over here on her left-hand side, and my mom was the first desk when you walked in on the right-hand side. So they both like came to me. Is there something you want to tell me? And I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hell?
She was like, I just noticed that you talk to yourself a lot. Is there someone you're talking to? And I was just like, no, I'm just talking to myself. She was very concerned. She was like, are you sure there's nothing going on? Because I guess she thought I had like some type of mental illness or whatever. Because I was past the point of having an imaginary friend, quote unquote. So she was very just like concerned about me. And I was just like, I'm just talking to myself.
I just talk out loud. I guess it's not.
But like, I guess it was
myself.
I guess it was like the things I would say.
Oh.
I guess I would like have a full blown on conversation.
I mean, I guess that could be worrisome.
As a kid, I guess so too. But I do that shit even more now, especially in the shower, in my bedroom. in my car, I have like interviews with myself. I'm answering questions in case
I
someone
don't do
asks
that.
me. Not me. Oh my God. I wanted
Legit.
to tell you this
Oh, what?
because I saw it and I was just like, this bitch is wild. So I was on Instagram and I saw this article and the heading was Widow who authored a grief book after the death of her husband charged with his murder.
Dang. Why do they think that though?
Let me tell you.
Yeah, please tell.
A Utah widow who wrote a grief book in wake of her late husband's death has been charged with murder in the first degree. The night of his death, police found Corey's husband, Eric, lying at the foot of their bed. Life-saving methods were attempted but ultimately unsuccessful. When questioned by authorities, Corey stated she made her husband a Moscow Mule drink earlier that night to celebrate a business achievement. What brought Corey into questioning were lethal levels of fentanyl found in Eric's body at the time of his death. In further investigations, it was revealed that Corey had repeatedly communicated with an unknown acquaintance and reportedly had a long-lasting marital problems prior to their occurrence. Corey's behavior was odd following his death as well. She hosted a party for a home sale the day after Eric's death, where she reportedly assaulted Eric's sister.
Oh my gosh. Like, I feel like hearing that, I can just picture that and seeing the sister coming and like I'd be devastated if someone did that to like a family member of mine. Like if I was his sister and I went to that, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing?
First of all,
been 24 hours.
Are you stupid? Why the fuck are you writing a book about...
It's like a tell-all almost.
But what I don't get is why people use traceable drugs if you're going to murder somebody.
I don't know.
Do your research. Well, also don't do research because then that's going to be in the computer.
I was like, wait, that's going to be like traceable, girl.
Get a burner phone. Do some research on a burner phone.
Burner phone.
Because incognito is not going to save you, bitch.
Can you look up stuff on a burner phone? Like,
yeah, it's not like you're doing a track phone or some shit. And plus, if you did do a track phone, they'd be having some nice iPhone track phones.
Oh, I've never... Yeah. Like when I think of burner phones, I think
of
flip
like, phones.
Yeah, I think of the flip phones, like old school. Like I'm gonna smash this, and it just calls and texts, and then nothing else.
I mean, that's cool and all, but if you're trying to get away with murder, you would go the extent. I would go the extent. I would literally, you know what I would do? This is what I'll do. I'm not saying I'm gonna kill somebody, but
I was gonna say maybe you should clarify you ain't gonna kill it.
This is what I would do. Get my phone, get a different SIM card, put that bitch in.
They can still track you.
That's what I'm saying. So but not on a track phone. It's a burner phone.
I want to use your own SIM card.
That's what I'm saying. You get a different SIM card because when you buy the phone, you get a SIM card.
But why would you need a phone in the first place?
Because I'm trying to look up some illegal shit. And I don't want them to know. They're gonna take my phone and they're gonna be like, huh, nothing's on this phone. So she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. And they don't know I have my track phone. So I'll do all my dirty deeds on that track phone, smash it, fuck it up, and get rid of it. So then when they be like, oh, is this your only phone? Yeah, that's my only phone. This one. And it's clean.
Until they have pictures of you with another phone. Be like, well,
that's the reason why I'm only doing my research in my bedroom where I don't have cameras.
I was going to say, because if you go outside, there's so many cameras.
No. Your girl thought this through. But also, fentanyl is traceable, clearly, as this bitch got caught. But what I would do is high levels of sodium chloride.
My thing is, why would she even tell the cops that she made him a drink? Because you made him a drink and then he dies.
She's stupid.
Like, obviously,
she's clearly fucking dumb.
She might be very smart. You never know.
Clearly not if you can't get away with murder.
I mean,
How to Get Away with Murder had 6 fucking seasons. You couldn't study.
That was a good show. I love
it. Was, and you couldn't study. And at least he gave you a handbook.
It's true.
And you couldn't. Idiot. But no, bitch.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think of anything like
fentanyl.
That's crazy. It's crazy that you wrote a book after. Like, why would you write a book after?
She's so stupid.
What is it about? Is it like...
It's a grief book. I guess it's...
Like how to process or...
I guess it's how to process grief because in the in the illustration, it's a boy. I'm assuming they have kids together, and there's a
sad.
guy in the heavens with wings
I
because he's
mean,
the angel.
why can't you just divorce?
Because maybe she was a at-home wife or some bullshit,
She'll get
and
alimony.
maybe not. We don't know Utah's law.
That's, I mean, majority of the time you get
And
alimony.
maybe she knew she wasn't going to get shit.
Yeah, but then you start your life fresh. Like, why do you have to ruin?
Because she needs money. She don't want to work.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to think of.
I'm assuming she wants money because she sold the house right after the motherfucker died.
That's so sad.
I don't know. To me, it makes simple. Take your bitch ass to court, but apparently not.
Right? To me, it would be like, okay, well, this marriage ain't working.
Maybe she was cheating too.
Well, if she's cheating, then why didn't she get a divorce?
Because
Obviously-
she probably knew that she was gonna get caught because they're gonna do some financials and see that the bitch was cheating and she ain't gonna get her alimony and she ain't gonna get her child support.
But then she can hook up with a new guy. And
But still, he probably broke.
I mean, you never know. He might be richer than rich.
If he was richer than this cat, I doubt she would kill him to go with this dude. Unless he was gonna say, if you divorce me, I'm not gonna let you see the kids if they have kids.
Yeah, but at that moment, didn't take him to court.
But what happens if he's like a cop?
So people get
dirty cops can plant shit on you, and then you lose custody of your kid.
People in general can plant stuff on you, and you.
I
lose
know,
custody.
but I doubt. But when you're a cop or in that position, you have more credibility.
Not necessarily.
I hope we're never in that position
I hope not
because you'd be
either.
fucked. Okay,
Let's be real. I'll be changing my name and going somewhere else. Like
he's a cop. He's gonna fucking find you.
that's not true. They can't find you.
Says who, woman?
Because I'm going like out of the country.
How? You're gonna have ID. You're gonna have a passport. It's gonna clock you.
You can buy fakes.
So I was watching this pod, and the girl had made it a point. She was like, Craigslist is still up and running, and I was like,
that's a
oh
thing
my
still?
god, bitch, it is. Where people who had what they believe was a moment with somebody, they put it inside the
Now, that's a serial killer right there.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
They put it inside Craigslist and they describe their experiences, and then in hopes that you message them back so you guys can connect. But I was just like, I wonder if there's some like wild shit on there. And bitch, I found some shit.
I feel like that's the song, like if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, because that he put that on. I believe it was like he posted it, like the song. Have you ever heard that song?
I've heard that song, but I don't know like a backstory about it.
Like if you listen to the lyrics, he posts like a personal ad, and then the wife replies back to it thinking it's some other dude, but in reality, when they meet up, it's his wife. Yeah, you never noticed that? He's like, I didn't know you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain.
What a cheater. That's the only thing I'm thinking from this conversation is he's a cheating asshole.
It's kind of like, I mean, yeah, he would be a cheater because he did meet someone else because
He put an ad out.
someone put an ad out.
So yeah, this is similar to it. So these are the examples.
Okay.
The heading, I'm going to tell you the title and I'm going to tell you the description. Zoe, Publix, Miranda. I know I shouldn't like you the way I do, but I do. Goodwill on 60. Fine ass dude at Goodwill. I think you were with your mom. I was dying coughing after hitting my vape and you said bless you, LOLs.
I like that one.
Busch Gardens, Tampa. Restroom at Busch Gardens. You were at the very last urinal. What happened? What did you look like? I enjoyed what I saw and wanted more.
Dang. Now, I have several questions about the last one. Like, were they hooking up with someone at the time? Were like...
These are misconnections. So they put shit out there in hopes that you know about Craigslist.
So was that person just peeing or like...
I think so. Because apparently men like to look at other people's shit. Here's more. Happy Mother's Day from your son. I'm a 23-year-old male looking for a mom that would like to use my face as a chair. Guy group, St. Petersburg. I'm a fat guy hosting a few guys at my condo in St. Pete tomorrow around 5 p.m. Just get back if you're interested in joining. Gray Beamer. You couldn't stop staring at my bulge through my gray sweats. I'm about 9 inches, so it's a lot to hide. You were a light-skinned, thick Latina, about 5'7", near the grocery market on 21st and Broadway. I got in my car because I was double parked, but when I found parking, you were gone. Was it you?
Oh my God, wait, Timo, I like that one because that would have been me with the shorts because I'd have been like, damn.
We blink and we're dead, seeking a married woman who is happily ensconced but angst for something new. An escape from a mundane with no ties. And this is the last one. Younger male seeking older female for ongoing phone fun. I'm looking for an older 40 plus dom female who enjoys being worshipped. That sounds
Dang.
So misconnections.
That is crazy.
Oh my God. I died. I was just like,
that's crazy. I didn't know people did personal ads like that.
Me neither. I didn't think Craigslist was still a thing until she spoke about it on her pod. I was like, who the fuck goes on Craigslist?
A lot of people, apparently.
I remember when I was younger, I was helping my friend find a roommate or whatever, and then she was just like, oh, go on Craigslist. I'm like, all right, cool. This is before we found out that there was a Craigslist killer, all that shit. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm looking, and then I'm seeing a bunch of looking for roommate ads or whatever, but a lot of it was just like looking for a roommate who would perform girlfriend duties. And it goes into depth about the duties. It was just like cook, clean, fuck, suck, all that stuff. And the rent was cheapy cheap. So I guess they were looking for like a live-in friends with benefits without being the friend part and just the benefits.
I feel like that would screw you over.
Oh, for facts. He can kick your bitch ass out real quick. He or she, because it didn't say
specify.
It didn't specify what type of gender you were, like who the person was that was requesting this. It just said searching for a roommate. But of course, it would be like seeking female only or whatever, things like that. But I was stunned about that.
That's crazy.
But this misconnection shit, wild. I don't think I would ever be a misconnection because I have resting bitch face and I'm not approachable whatsoever. And I don't shine people's light. I don't look endearing. I don't do
legit,
all that.
I can see that.
I don't smile. I'm very
like, why the hell are you looking at me?
Basically, and then I would do the fuck you looking at look, you know? I'm not one of these people. I thought you had a wonderful personality. I don't talk to people. I make fun of people with me and my friends, or I'll like make jokes and people will hear it and laugh. And I'm just like, I know I'm funny, but I don't go out here chit chatting to people. Like, if anything, if you come up to me at a grocery store, I think you're a serial killer.
Yeah, I really don't. I mean, I'll smile and like
no,
like I'll say excuse me. Like if I need to get around, I'm like,
I'll say excuse me. I'll say thank you. I'm not smiling at you though.
Like if someone comes up to me and be like, oh, do you know?
No,
I'll answer them.
No speak English.
Oh my gosh, shut the front door. Do you really?
Yeah,
girl.
But then that fucks me up because if they speak Spanish, I'm fucked.
You're fucked.
I'm like, fuck, man. Seriously,
that's crazy. No,
Or sometimes because I know a little ASL, I pretend I'm deaf.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm like,
what if they?
You're
fucked. Really fucked if they transfer.
I am fucked. But how many people out in this world know ASL?
I mean, I know generic, but I don't know like in depth.
I know, but like how?
Like I can spell things out from the alphabet. I guess. I don't know.
I don't understand what the fuck you're saying, and I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just be like.
Which is hilarious because I can totally see you You just do that and just walk away. Like I can see it like happening. Like someone comes up to you.
But then best believe if someone calls me, hello?
Right.
These people don't look like they're minding their own business. They look like they're making eye connection and someone's feeling something.
I mean, Gray Pants guy, he was feeling something.
That's his fault though. Why you got such a big dick and you coming out during sweatpants season?
I mean, that's like a big thing now.
Exactly. You know what you're doing. You want me to look. I wish they had like responses.
Oh my gosh, me too. Like comments.
They don't though.
Dang.
It's like
Like, how do they reach out to that person though?
I guess because there's a button where you can reply.
Oh, but it's
So
not public.
yeah,
That's
it's
a
not public.
bummer.
It's straight to that person and stuff like that. And then they reply. And then I guess once they get what they need, they delete their post. Because there's been a lot of times where I'll go back to the stuff to see if there's like new additions. And the stuff that I saw previously had been like erased. I'm like,
Do you really think people like look at that? Like,
I
I would
don't
not
think
even
they
look
do.
at that.
I don't think the fact that these people know about putting that post out there is baffling.
Yeah.
But to think, oh, I saw this guy at Target. Let me see if he put something, and connections missed on Craigslist.
Yeah. I would have never thought. I didn't even know that was the thing.
I would have never done that shit.
I would have
If
done it in the beginning.
anything, the most I probably would do is open up Tinder to see if he's on it. Most.
Probably not. I probably wouldn't.
Exactly. And since I don't have Tinder downloaded, I would just be like, oh, he was cute and keep it moving.
Yeah.
But this one term
He was good
misconnection
looking.
bullshit, I would have never assumed.
I would think that's stalkers. In a way.
The way these people write, they sound stalkerish.
A little.
Where are you? Where'd you go? This is James. Bitch, I left. Fuck did you bother me for?
You know, it kind of like reminds me of like this guy that I was friends with, and I totally, on Facebook, old school, I know. I totally thought he was someone from my high school.
Mm-hmm.
And he posted this story, and I commented on it, and it was an interesting comment. And he comments back, and so we start talking, right? And it was like a sexual comment that I made to him.
Like past that day, you guys started talking?
Yeah, we kind of like started talking off and on. And come to find out, we don't know each other. Like, we don't know how we met. We don't know how we became Facebook friends, which I am only usually friends with people I know. So I have no freaking clue how I became friends with this person. But totally like told him basically I thought he was hot and...
That's so weird.
Totally thought it was someone I knew from high school. So like this picture where he was like leaning and he was like half naked.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, well, it looks good to me. Or it was like something corny, like something really hilarious. And he replied back to that. But then we had like full on conversations. And then he was like, hey, like, you know, I forgot I asked him, I was like, are you single? And he's like, I mean, I'm talking to someone, but I'm not really like in a relationship. I was like, oh, well, I think you're hot and I would love to get to know you better. Like I was straight up
forward.
Like,
damn.
forward. And he was like, okay. And so like we started messaging. He's like, you know, crazy question. How did we become friends? I was like, honestly, I thought you were someone from my high school.
Aren't you Tom from Odyssey? I'm
right?
confused.
I was like, didn't you go to X, Y, and Z high school? And he's like, no, I went to wherever high school he went to. I was like, oh shit, like how do I know you? Like you're friends with my friend. We have one mutual friend. And he's like, oh, well, that's not my friend. That's my friend's friend. I was like, fuck.
Well, you look at
like,
you making new friends.
I know. And we don't even talk like anymore like that anymore. I mean, I would have loved to get to know him
That
better.
sounds like a misconnection because that will
right?
fall
That's
under.
Like
that does fall under because like I said, I've seen multiple posts where it's like old friends come back to this to the town and they're trying to find the same person. I have a misconnection that I live to this day. That's a lie. The second time I went over to Vegas was the first time I went there with the idea of moving over because I visited my friend. He was like, come visit, see if you like it. We'll go to some gay bars down here and we'll go to Cali afterwards. I'm like, all right, say less. So we were at the Total Wines in Henderson. Yes. So we went to our Total Wine because we were getting Coronas and we were getting vodka for later on that night because we were going to pregame before going to the bars. And it was in Henderson, Nevada, which is like right outside of Vegas.
Yeah.
So we were there and I see this gorgeous ginger. He was fine as fuck. He was tatted up. He had sleeves on both arms. He wore glasses and he was bulky. And of course, he was like that nice, milky, pasty skin. Like he didn't look like, he needs sun. He looked just right. So we were going up and down the aisle, me and my friend.
Did you take pictures?
No, I wish I fucking did, but I remember what he looked like. He was gorgeous. So then I just kept on seeing him, and I was like, told my friend jokingly, I was like, I think he's following us. And then my friend sees him, he's like, damn, he's fucking fine. And then he's like, I want to ride him. I'm like, right? Real nasty. But then we kept on noticing that this guy was following him. So I was like, oh, he's probably gay. Because the guy was a little bit closer than to him. And so then I was just like, oh, never mind. He's into skinnier dudes, and the guy, we both thought he was with him. So they were like, okay, never mind. Because the guy just kept on following each other. So I was like, all right, whatever. I guess there goes that fucking dream. It was nice to see him. But he just kept on coming to each of the aisles we were at. And if you've been to one Total Wine, you've been to them all. They're fucking huge.
And they're normally the same layout.
Exactly.
Normally.
So it's just like, there shouldn't be a reason you're following me unless you see what you like. You know what I mean? Because Total Wines is fucking humongous. So I was just like, okay, well, maybe he finds my friend attractive. Because again, my friend is cute. So I was like, I think he thinks you're cute. Go get his number. And then, because at some point we figured out that the guy wasn't with him. The skinny dude.
It was like just a friend. Or like,
I guess he was just a dude following him.
Oh, that's creepy.
Exactly. But at some point they separated and we saw the skinnier dude leave and the guy was still there. So I was just like, I don't think he's with them. So all our possibilities open back fucking up. We were like, oh my God, we might get a chance. And then he was again in our same aisle. And then at this point, I was looking at different types of tequilas to get, and he was looking at tequila too. So we were like right next to each other. He smelled so good. I sound like a stalker saying it, but he smelled delicious. And I was just like, he's so fine.
Wait, you didn't say anything to him?
No, I didn't say nothing to him.
See, if you get me, like, if I'm in that kind of situation, I'll say hi.
I'm not saying shit to him. I might say, oh, do you drink tequila often? And if he says yes, oh, well, I'm looking for a recommendation. What's your best? I probably would have said that, but I didn't think of that at that time.
I would have been your wing woman. I'd be like, hey, you're hot. Can we get your number? Like, I would be straight up.
He was fine as fuck. So I didn't say nothing. And we were just sitting, like, standing by each other. Again, he's probably just minding his business, getting a tequila shot while I'm just over here, like, he's so fine. And my friend comes from the other side of the aisle. He was like, bitch, I'm ready to go. And then the guy just like smiles at us and I'm like, all right, let's go home. And we just like leave. And this is when I knew he was probably like walking around with us, because when we went to the cash register, he went to the cash register.
Maybe he was shy.
Probably. I hope that's the case. That's my misconnections.
Do I need to do research?
Yes, you might.
Okay.
I don't know if he's still there. So this was it was 2020 in March. You were at Total Wine, Henderson, Nevada. You got sleeves.
Do you know like any specific on the sleeves?
No, bitch. It was just nice. It looked just nice. He was nice.
It was just fine.
And that's it. Yeah. That's literally my misconnections.
See, if I was with you, it wouldn't have been.
He was just so fine. I think of him every so often.
I was sparked up a conversation.
I wonder if he's still like out here slinging dick.
He probably part of that freaking.
He was probably part of that 5 group guy shit.
I was gonna say he's probably part of the gray sweatpants pack.
Oh, for sure. He can pull that motherfucking shit off. If I ever find him, it's a wrap. But speaking of misconnections, have you ever had a stranger give you a compliment that just stuck with you?
No, because obviously I can't think of any.
To this day, I remember when I was younger, I was probably like 20 or something like that. Mm-hmm. My face was horrible because I had like really bad acne. Mm-hmm. And I was with my mom at the public library, and this older Black gentleman, he looked like he was probably in his early 40s, just came up to me and he was just like, "You are so beautiful. I hope you have a wonderful day. Be blessed." And I was like,
what a sweetie.
It was so like out of nowhere. And I think of that man to this day.
See, that's why you should do nice like acts of kindness and not have resting bitch face.
It's not my fault.
See, I want to be that. Like, I want to be that shiny
random person.
Well, I would be a random person to anyone that I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be like that shining moment in someone's like day.
Yeah. I feel like I was told I was that for this one person. I got my massage and stuff like that. And I was talking to the massage therapist, and we were just talking about life because she had just moved here, and she was telling me, she was like, oh my God. Because I think I had just paid off my car. And I was like, I just finished paying off my car. I have a lot of stress. And she was like, I can feel it in your shoulders. I'm like, yeah, girl, I've been stressed the fuck out. She was like, no, I completely understand. I had to get a new car after my car has been paid off. I'm like, that sucks. And I asked her, I was like, oh, how long have you been doing this? She was like, I just started. So I hope I'm doing good. I'm like, this is your first, this is like your first couple of times. She was like, yeah, you're like my second client. I was like, oh, you're doing so good. I feel so great. Like you're hitting, because she kept on asking like, how's your back? And I'm like, it feels great, honey. Like if I don't say nothing, it's because I'm feeling real good right now. So keep rubbing. I was like, you're really good. Like she was like, oh, I just felt like I didn't know. I'm like, honey, get that out of your head. You're doing my body justice. I love it. Like I feel better than I came in. You took a load off. And I forgot we spoke more stuff. And she was just like, you know, you really made my day. I was really worried about myself, and you just are a light, and I can see that you're a good person. And I hope you go through, I hope whatever you're going through passes and you're able to shine at the end. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And I was just like, and I just want you to know you're so strong for doing this new venture in life.
Yeah.
Like it's not easy to change your career, move to a different state, especially by yourself, and you're just doing what you can do. She was like, I really needed that. I'm like, I'm glad I can give it to you. Don't ever tip these businesses. They take a portion of these people's tips and it doesn't go straight to them. And if you tip cash, they don't got to report it. Just saying. So I don't know. I just think about her every so often. Hand and Stone Massage, really nice. So again, Total Wine, 2020, March, Henderson, Nevada, Ginger, tatted up.
Sexy as hell.
Sexy as fuck. Hit me up. If you have a misconnections, let me know. I will look for your shit. And if you need to find somebody, drop your shit off over to Christina, because she apparently likes to do some investigation skills and whatnot. But that brings us to the end of the pod. Thank you so much for coming again.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. I know we went left, but so be it. That is life. Until next time, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you are watching on YouTube, and engage in the comments. Come on, man. Y'all ain't engaging no comments. I need to hear some feedback. I need to engross in conversation. But if you're listening on the audio, thank you so much. Please feel free to like, follow, subscribe anywhere you get your podcast, and leave a review. 5 stars is preferable, but if you want to do a 1 star, don't, please, because you're hurting me. But until next time, dos vidania. Bye.